check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. Errol Spence made an appearance on the Premier Boxing Champions podcast, which I didn't know they had a podcast. I linked that article in the description. He talked about a lot of things and talked about his plans and, talked about Keith Thurman being corny. But let's talk about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship. But he said that, Keith Thurman, he hate Keith Thurman or dislike Keith Thurman more than Sean Porter. And says Keith Thurman is corny and he want to fight Keith Thurman next year. He's been saying a lot of things that conflict what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? If that make any type of sense. He's been saying a ton of stuff like, Miles. He's been saying a ton of stuff like, oh, I'm going to fight Canelo next. I'm going to call Oscar bluff, blah, blah. And pretty much you can tell, when you got boxing fanboys. Because the niggas say, I'm going to go to hell and fight the devil and I'm gonna climb back and come. Oh yeah, I got 500. I got my last $5 on Errol beating the devil. That go along with whatever he say for, and that shit I don't like. That's when you become apologist, a fanboy, like whatever he say. You can't even admit or have no friction. If you go into a nigga Errol Spence stream. And you say, well, shit, I don't like the way that nigga talking right now. Why he just don't fight? Blah, blah. Or they'll block you. Or, oh, you hating on Earl. You hating on Earl. That's how you know you in full fanboy mode. That's when you know you in fanboy Earl Haven or whoever it may be, Canelo Haven or something like that. If you can't ask a respectable question or question with a good question and being respectful and they blocking you and they banning you or then you start a huge debate, they say you a hater. Then you already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? But, he really wants to Keith Thurman fight. He said that's a super fight. By no means is that a super fight. That's not a super fight. He said he don't like Keith. And I know why he don't like Keith. If Keith Thurman corny, he is. I got to agree with the brother on that. But I know why he don't like Keith because Keith stalled him out. You know what I'm saying? Keith stalled him out. When you say Keith Thurman, he'll drop everything else and fight Keith. If it's Keith Thurman and Pacquiao, he gonna drop everything and fight him. It don't matter, That's just the type of mode he in. That's how bad he want to fight. And with Keith Thurman, Keith Thurman hold the cards to his career. And I get the impression if he can't be undisputed, or if he can't, and I get to that part of the interview, if he can't get Keith Thurman, then he's not gonna try to fight Bud and be undisputed. Now, if he can get Keith Thurman or Pacquiao winner, then he said he'll fight Bud. But like I said, I get there. But if Keith Thurman don't fight him, in the near future, in the first half of 2018, 20, like he say he is, I got the impression that Errol Spence is probably going to move up and go up to 154 and stake his claim or try to fight Canelo. He says he wants to unify the titles at 54 as well. So you don't know what Errol Spence wants to do. Errol Spence is like a confused dyke. You don't know if she want to suck or she want to, put a strap on. You don't know. He very, very confused. I don't know if it's the sauce, or what he taking or what he drinking. Is he feeling himself? You don't know what it is. You don't know if he being authentic or he being generic. You don't know what it is. First, I jump up and call Canelo bluff, or he just feeling good. Like, you really can't get a drop on him. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Like, what are your true intentions? Is your true intentions to Keith Thurman? He said he want to fight Keith Thurman. Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, and then he want to get Crawford for undisputed. But my impression is if the Keith Thurman fight don't happen, if he can't get undisputed, he's not going to fight Bud. But he says number one goal is to get all the belts at 54. But if Keith Thurman don't fight him, I don't think him and the Bud fight going to happen. But him and Keith Thurman is definitely not. A super fight is a fight that's guaranteed to hit 1 million pay-per-view buys. 1 million. It's guaranteed to hit 1 million. Really? I would I wouldn't even say that's a super fight. I mean, back in the day, it was a really good pay-per-view. Super fight is probably 1.5, eclipsing 1 million. I say super fight is a 1 million pay-per-view. Like, you talking about a mega fight, you talking like 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, 2 million pay-per-view. You going in uncharted territory. You making history. 1 million, 1.5 million, now not 1.5 million, you talking, that's a super fight. But do anybody think two black fighters is gonna do $1 million, $1.5 million, him and Keith Thurman. No, it's a really good fight. We all, I pay for Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, with no second thoughts, with no remorse if it don't turn out. I'm gonna support two brothers, you know. But I just be wondering about Earl. Why don't he keep the same energy he got for Keith for Bud? Why? That's just what I wonder. Because why are you very vicious? He's very, ambitious when it comes to Keith Thurman. And really, if Keith Thurman don't fight him when he want to fight him and he ready to move up, well then you throw the Bud Crawford fight away. And you just say, okay, I beat Sean Porter, I beat Kell Brook. That's my lineage or my legacy at 147 pounds. And, we cool with that? I don't give a shit. But one minute he want to jump up 2 weight classes. Next minute he want to get the belts at 47. Then he want to get the belts at 54. Like, you really don't know, like, with him. Like, what is your true plan? But he has contingency plans. Because obviously, it's Canelo offering $30 million to fight, early next year and Cinco de Mayo. He gonna fight him because it's about the money, and the fans are been brainwashed to say it's about the money. That's what the fans been brainwashed. Out of the people I talk boxing with for over 10 years, talking about the money. Now, I like, nigga, we ain't come up like that. We didn't watch all these fights in the past, and last time we used to talk about is money, but now they've been conditioned to say, oh, it's about the money. Oh, he can make his biggest day with Canelo. And I'm like, damn, I can't even have, respectable boxing talk with motherfuckers I've been talking boxing for 10 years with. So really, who can you talk boxing with? You know what I'm saying? On the social media stage, nobody. And that kind of take your heart away when you can't have organic boxing talk. You got to go talk to the old heads at the gym. You got to talk to the historians. And now the guys that talk historian boxing talk, on social media, YouTube and stuff like that, now they get, oh man, fuck how they used to do it. You always want to talk about that old shit. They think this boxing here is a here and now. It's garbage. No way 10 years ago would a motherfucker, oh, he can make 50 million fighting or 20 or 5 or 10 million fighting. That wasn't the conversation. But Errol, he about that dollar. I ain't mad at him. I got some Kawhi Leonard news that came on my phone, man. But I'll get to it later, man. But like I said before, if he don't fight Keith Thurman, he ain't gonna fight Bud for undisputed. And you know what? It is what it is. I'm not mad because boxing don't move on the Errol Spence step. It don't move when Errol Spence say move. You know what I'm saying? So if he choose not to, I respect his wishes, and so be it. Do I lose some respect for him in his career? Absolutely. Absolutely. But when anybody remember this, if he go on and unify 54 and he go up and win the belt, that's nobody. Nobody. But when people try to glorify his Sean Porter victory, however he do it, if he knock out Sean Porter with that punch Goku knocked out Raccoon with in the beginning of the Freezer saga, it was the Ginyu Force saga. Anybody question him, oh, if he knocked out Porter like that, he'd knock out Crawford like that. That's boxing, man. Because you go back and look and say 20 years later, you ain't gonna remember he dug Crawford. Especially if somebody come along and Progress move up or Ramirez move up and they get Crawford a tough fight or they stretch him. Oh, Errol Spence would have got Errol Spence get credit for it. And if Errol Spence clean out the division, Terence Crawford clean out the division, or Keith don't fight him and clean out the division, and Earl move up and beat J-Rock or Harrison or unify multiple belts at 54, become undisputed, or if he move up and get Canelo a really good fight or beat Canelo, people going to say he would have beat Crawford or he would have beat Keith Thurman. We do it now. It's hard for you to disconnect and say Mayweather versus, how can I say Mayweather versus, Chavez Sr. at 35. It's hard for you to separate what Mayweather did at 54, what he did at 47, what he did at 40. Oh, Chavez ain't never moved up to 54. To my knowledge, not in his prime. Oh, he ain't never, move up to 54. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather easy would beat him. But weight is weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put the extra weight on, yeah, that's going to give you more stability, more strength, and more ability to absorb punishment. Sometimes some guys get stronger and can crack harder to their natural weight, but that is what it is. And to Errol Spence, it is what it is. Right now, you can make welterweight boxing great again. You can go out your way and make a fight you ain't got to make with Terence Crawford, but if not, so be it. Because if Mikey can go back and fight Lomachenko, and Wilder and Fury can happen under top rank, why can't you and Crawford fight? Because Sean Porter fight don't put you in elite company. Okay, you unified champion. But if you fight Crawford, you don't even need Keith Thurman. If you fight Crawford, and right now, and everybody right now, if you fought Crawford and beat Crawford, everybody would dub you the #1 welterweight. Period. But it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Use the good promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Man, I'm tired. Share the videos. All the links in the description. We gone.